Thank you so much, Mari. And I did, you got me out of my sweats too. And thank you, Chizao, and all our beautiful community chanters. I am so pleased and blessed that you were able to come out of your sweats too. My name is Naito-Campbell. I am a third-generation Japanese American. My grandfather immigrated to America in 1912. His name was Hide Naito. But after the Second World War, the families Americanized the name to NATO because nobody would do business with a Japanese American company. I am so happy to welcome you today as we stand in solidarity against anti-Asian hate. My hope is today you will leave feeling uplifted in knowing that Oregon is working on fighting against xenophobia and racism, and that you are not alone and you are being heard. 7 weeks ago, I was talking to my Chinese garden friends, Raymond and Elizabeth, when we learned about the horrific shootings in Atlanta. We knew we had to do something at once. So an idea was born to grieve our losses and to acknowledge our pain, to join as a community and show our strength and to hear from our elected officials. Please join me in a moment of silence for those we have lost. This year, I don't know anybody who has not lost something. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and contemplate on this. It's been 53 days since a gunman stole the lives of our sisters in Atlanta. 2 days ago was the anniversary of Portland proudly declaring itself Jap-free. And 25 years ago, I suddenly lost my dad, Bill Naito, to cancer on this day. My father was born and raised in Portland, and in 1943 was thrown out of Washington High School and Portland. His family fled in fear as they escaped from the home where they were raised in. Where we stand today was once the second most vibrant Nihonmachi Japantown in America. We had 100 Japanese businesses. We were a thriving neighborhood. And in one act of terrible racism, we were wiped out of Portland and Oregon. Thank God my family returned after the war. Acts of hate become history, but the hate itself persists because the history is forgotten. Portland's rich history and culture is here for you to experience at the new Japanese American Museum, the Portland Chinatown Museum, the Oregon Jewish Museum, and the Oregon History Museum. First is awareness, then is education, then action to change, because this is our home. We need your help. We need to rise above this hatred. We should be proud whether our family came here in 1912 or 2021, whether they came as refugees or as engineers. We are members of this community who make it richer and fuller. Today you will hear from elected officials about what they are doing for the AAPI community. You will hear from our keynote speaker, Leanna Reeves, about what we need them to do. Together we will rise against hate, we will confront it, and we will rise above it. We will build a future that brings the promise of America to reality. Thank you very much.